The Ottawa County Board currently hosting their first meeting with public comment since the hiring of John Gibbs. This is the first opportunity for people to voice their opinions on the board's recent changes. 13 on your side's Trevier Gonzalez joining us now live from Ottawa County. And Trevier, you were inside that meeting. How are people reacting?
Hey, Kirk, good afternoon. That meeting is still going on. I've been told there were more than 30 speakers who were taking part, and the environment itself really felt split. In the back, we had those supporters who those people who do not believe that John Gibbs should have even been in this position. Meanwhile, up in the front, you have those who are in support of him, as well as the big changes that the board ended up voting on, which included firing John Shea in order for that to happen to Gibbs. Now, if we look Now, if we look forward, a lot of that support traces back to the state's response. The support that was for Gibbs and all these changes actually go back to the COVID-19 pandemic. The people who ended up speaking said that they ended up feeling shackled from things like mask wearing and the idea of being vaccinated. Now, those were really conservative comments that were also religious in nature. They were also critical of the media. Some also voiced support for the elimination of the county's DEI office. They said it was unnecessary as an expense, and if they really were open to everyone, these are their words, they shouldn't have that office in the first place. But it really was divided. We also had people who were critical of Gibbs, saying he's not qualified for the job and that the county did not vote for him when he was running for that District 3 congressional seat. They also said that Nathaniel Kelly, who works in HVAC, also shouldn't even be considered for the county's new health officer position. Now, here's a listen at what both had to say.
I will continue to support this board and our new county administrator, Mr. John Gibbs. I am thankful that this county is becoming a place where freedom can ring again. The policies of freedom support righteousness and justice for all peoples of this county.
How did you come up with John Gibbs? I mean, the people of Ottawa County said no. They rejected him by 13 points. In red Ottawa County, he got rejected by 13 points. That tells me there's a heck of a lot of Republicans that said they didn't want John Moss in office. They didn't want him representing us. They didn't want to hear what he had to say.
And so we probably would have
Sometimes in these instances, there's that one voice that is kind of a lone wolf, but we really did have things split over here. Now, public comment itself is over. Once again, well than 30 voices ended up speaking, each different side getting their level of applause. The meeting itself is still going on. I don't believe there was any direct response after all that public comment. Part of the procedure is you can't actually talk to them or respond, but at this point, we are still listening to see, and it seems like the rest of the agenda itself is pursuing as normal. We'll see if Administrator John Gibbs he's supposed to give a administrative report toward the end, so we'll see if that has any value when it comes to what's being said by the people today. For now, live in Ottawa County, Trevier Gonzalez, 13 on your side.